Hello, hello. We are now at day 6 of my personal journey, meditation journey in the Dr. Joe Dispenza week-long retreat. My second one, the one in Niagara Falls. Always wear my shirt as a reminder. And going straight into my diary, what I share about my meditations. And I know they sound crazy, and I'm fine with it, but it is what it is. Day 6 pineal gland meditation at 4 a.m. This went on for 4 hours and 45 minutes. Yes, 4 hours and 45. By far the most challenging of the whole week long. 4 a.m. start. I got there in line at 3:15 a.m. to secure a front row, and I accomplished the mission, right under the stage next to Dr. Joe. I had to work hard to get rid of expectations because the last time I did a 4.5 hours meditation with him on the pineal gland in February in Cancun was pure ecstasy. Not that I know what ecstasy feels like, but I assume. We started with tuning into the heart, crazy deep breaths, and then tuned into the void. Once in the void, he got us straight into the pineal gland, feeling and sensing into it. Every time I tune into it, it goes straight into kaleidoscopes of light with the desire for the forehead and to face the sky. So tilting the head back. Not sure how long it lasted, but the best part was when we were invited to lie down. To avoid falling asleep, he had us do a strong breath into the pineal gland, which is somewhat similar to the Wim Hof breathing if you're familiar with it. We then drifted away, and that is when the best part of my whole meditation happened. Tired and happy at this stage, it was easy to drift off. After a few relaxing breaths, I felt myself lift off the floor and join the divine angels on the ceiling. The moment I looked down at my body, I went back down to it, just like Dr. Joel warned us to. He always says, don't look back once you leave. So I drifted a little more, and up I went. This time I knew better and started looking around the room from up there. I spotted the gentleman on the wheelchair with his tubes in his nose to breathe. I spoke to him a few days ago, and there he was at the center of my heart. I felt myself in his body and started taking long, strong, deep breaths with and for him, through the nose, without the tubes. I felt so much love in that moment for this man. I don't even know his name. I don't know who he is. I just wanted to give him my life in that moment to heal. It's hard to describe. It's not like I want to sacrifice and die, but I do want to give him all I have. Then the same thing happened with this younger man who I bumped into the elevator a few times in the hotel. Deep breaths for him too. I kept scanning the room and then found Maria, a new friend I met through Monica. She has severe lung damage, and I could see my lungs leaving my body and going into hers, hearing myself say, "Here, take these. Use my lungs. They're a gift to you." Every time I entered a body to give love, I felt lighting up with joy. I had Monica next to me, so when I tuned into her ovaries and uterus, it was the most intense. We were so close physically. I could feel my centers 1 and 2, center spots, spin into a vortex. I then heard my voice saying again, "Here, take these. They are all yours now. This is a gift to you." Gifting her my ovaries led me to tears as I wanted to give her so much love. I love this person so much. All I wanted in that moment is for her to have her baby. Suddenly I felt the room and found myself in Florida on the ceiling of my grandparents' room. As I saw them sleeping, my body entered my grandpa's. I felt my spine shake while I adjusted into his. I visualized him taking my spine and creating space between the vertebrae. I only left when I saw a smile on his face. Then, as I was there, I figured I jumped into my grandma's body and I started feeling into my heart and tuned into hers, making them tune into one. Tuning my healthy heart into hers, gifting her my heart. So much love and gratitude in this exchange. I then suddenly found myself in what was my last stop, a hospital in Rome, where baby Elia was in the ICU. Anna, his mom, texted 2 days ago that they rushed to the hospital due to a hernia inflammation and they were figuring out an emergency surgery. I might have to do this one again because I'm already getting emotional. As soon as I got there, he started laughing as we already met in this void, in this space before, in the quantum. I told him his auntie was there to take care of him and brought an army of divine beings to help. The Dr. Joe Army. They are grand, tall, and loving. They stood right beside me as I entered Elia's space. We played, spinning in circles and all laughing our hearts out. My body spinning and my heart in a playful state. I asked Elia at that point, how can I help you alleviate the pain? And I felt his answer. I felt him say he could deal with the physical pain, but he could not bear seeing his mom in so much pain. That all he needed was his mom to be okay, to be happy. It was just so beautiful, and he has the most beautiful heart for a little 1-year-old boy. He is so loving and kind. He will be bringing so much love to this world. A little side note, P.S. I called his mom right after the meditation and told her all about this encounter in the field. My inside started to hurt. I can't read that. And I started to have severe pain, and it took me out of the state. I relaxed into it and it left. It happened a few more times, and then the urge to use the restroom kicked in. I was determined not to leave. A second set of strong breaths straight up into the brain. Boom. Those amazing highs from the explosions. Inhale, exhale, nice and strong, and then hold it in the pineal gland. Yes, then relax and drift away again. Unfortunately, at this point, the pain mixed with the urge to have to use the restroom had me stand up and leave at 7:30 after 3.5 hours of meditation. Once you leave these meditations, unfortunately, you can't access again because you want to protect the other people in the room and not create further distractions. So I was quite frustrated and upset that I had to leave. I actually left in tears. I was so happy in the void, enjoying the love and the calm, that when I got to my room, I took a hot shower and asked the universe what was it that I needed to change to rid the pain and allow me to stay into the meditation for 4.5 hours next time. I didn't get any answers. So I tucked myself into bed at 7:50 a.m. with tissues, listened to Ram Dass for an hour and calm myself down as I was trying to shake the upset feeling away. In hindsight, I know I showed up. I did my best, and the next time I will show up again as my new self. So 4 hours and 45 minutes is my goal for the next week long. I'm going to pause now because I need to blow my nose. That really got me teary remembering those beautiful feelings. Yeah, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. All right, second meditation of day 6, changing boxes. This one was short and sweet, no tuning into the heart nor the breath, straight into the void. We had to tune into a new potential that we wanted to attract into our life. I still can't detach from how emotional I get about my health, so I chose to tune into an economical abundance to afford Dr. Joe longs every few months and lived by the beach working remotely. That was the intention I chose to tune into. It all felt very calm and flowy till I saw my partner in the picture. So in this, see, I'm not very good at this. Staying at the center of the camera, it's getting too comfortable on the couch. It all felt very calm and flowy till I saw my partner in the picture. He was happy and hugging me while we had dinner on the beach. The joy in that moment made it all feel so real, and that's when it clicked. The elevated emotion that Dr. Joe keeps talking about, and the intentional thought, creating this manifestation in the 3D world. I'll definitely give this one a go a few more times and keep bringing my partner in the picture, as seeing him happy springs up an overload of emotions, pure joy and love. Oh, how cheesy. I'm clearly being very open here and sharing everything. Oh well, hope it won't bite me in the back, as they say. Hope that's the same. Healing meditation number 2. So this was the second healing meditation. I got to be a healer. The second healing started with a standing meditation outside the ballroom instead of the walking meditation, tuning into the heart and waking up the giant healer in us. As soon as I get into the heart, it starts to pump and expand. The chest lifts up, opens wider, and the head tilts back, and I'm ready to turn into a giant. When Dr. Joe calls divine in us, I feel the expanding and notice Dr. Joe army of divine beings. That's what I call it now, because I don't know how else to call it, as that's how it feels. Not claiming anything here, but it just feels like you have a whole army of divine beings behind your shoulders when you tune in. And I'm standing tall right behind me. They are standing tall right behind me. With my eyes still slightly closed, I walk towards the door to enter the room and stay in this state. I'm guided to walk in and sit up in the center front row. I don't see the person lying down, but I already feel all the love for him or her. I find it was a woman named Pamela in the end. We stand behind the chair and fill our hearts. Then we take our seats and continue to tune into the divine in our hearts. I am seated right by the person's head. Dr. Joe takes his time to synchronize our hearts with those of the other people in the cage. I'm on it. I'm in there as if my life depended on it, because in the end of the day, I am giving life to life. The moment we turn our hands onto the Healy, my love bursts through the palms of my hands. I'm giving all the love I got, sweating from heart to... I can't even read my writing. I get tired at night when I write. Sweating from the heat of the intensity. That's what I wrote. Words cannot describe the beauty in tuning into each other's heart and hitting the target, the Healy. When Dr. Joe brings us back slowly, we open our eyes and with tears look at each other in the cage. Pamela reaches her arms out, and when she opens her eyes, turns in my direction again. Looking straight into my eyes tells me how grateful she was, how she could feel the intensity of my love. It was so, so beautiful to bring life to life. The universe is listening to me when I ask it to give me the strength of a healer. We then chat and check in on her. I could feel the intensity of the love of the woman opposite to me to the very end where the feet were. So not on the opposite row, but on the opposite side. So I was at the head on the left side. She was on the feet on the right side. And I could feel her energy throughout the meditation. When we saw each other and our eyes connected, we ran into a hug. Game sees game, I think. And we both brought our A game at this healing. While we were chatting, the woman on the other cage, not part of ours, on the left side, told me she could feel my heart all the way from there. In her words, wow, you have such a strong energy. I could feel you all the way from here. It was quite satisfying. I worked so hard to open and expand my heart. It's like, I don't care what everyone else is doing. I just wanted it so bad. All right, that was day 7. Time for day 6, sorry. Time for day 7, our last day. Bye-bye.